just want to know if you know anything about halal food. Okay, what do you know about halal food? Do you know anything about halal food? Hi, do you know anything about halal food? Hi there, do you know anything about halal food?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing, okay.
It's it has to be specifically prepared in set down manner. No, I don't know. Okay.
Eaten by Muslims.
As far as you know, it's the way it's meat that's killed in a certain manner.
Well, do you know anything about halal foods? No.
I think halal means that it must be clean.
Yeah, in a certain way.
With no blood. I don't know. Like clean blood. I'm not sure. I think that's halal.
Yeah, that's for chicken.
I think it means the way in which the animal is killed to the throat, and then they say a prayer over it, I think.
What I know it's cows that are slaughtered in a very way that they're in keeping with the Islamic laws and traditions.
Animals and the stock, they're killed humanely, so they're drained completely of their blood in a natural kind of a slit throat fashion.
What do you know about halal?
I know that first of all, certain things can never be halal, like eggs.
Yeah.
Animals with a certain kind of hoof is not right. Secondly, it must be slaughtered in a specific way by an official, by a priest, maybe.
Yeah, not really.
Anyone can.
Anyone can do it, but it must be done in a particular way.
Yeah, and then we say
That's all I know.
Okay, what do you know about halal food?
What?
Halal food.
What's halal?
I have a question for you. I want a very short answer from you. What do you know about halal food?
I don't know. What is halal food? You answer me.
And it's in the Quran talking about when you slaughter animals and what's permissible and what's not. Because you use the word halal. And I want to just clarify for the benefit of those who may be listening to this in the future, that this word halal is an Arabic word. It means permissible, as opposed to the opposite, which would be haram, which means not permissible.
The principle that God has submitted the creation to us. God, as a gift from Himself, has submitted the creation to us, whether the vegetable kingdom, which contains life, or the animal kingdom, which contains life. Now, when that life is taken by the permission of God, it should be done in a respectable way. It should be done in the name of God. So Muslims, when taking the life of an animal, say Bismillah, in the name of Allah, recognizing that this animal came from God, giving thanks to God that He has the authority to take this life. So that permission from God, that authority, places that meal or that meat in a particular category, which is the edible category. So the principle of halal with regards to meat is taking the life of the animal in accordance with the instructions of God, mentioning the name of God, and giving thanks to God. So it has, you could say, a religious element as opposed to just a physical act, like going to the bathroom or something. You just kill the animal. No. We recognize that it is a special circumstance.
Muhammadur Rasulullah, La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah, La ilaha illallah. Rasulullah, La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah, La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah.
Inspector first ensures the chickens are alive and conscious before slaughter. This is mandatory. He uses electricity to calm the birds. They call it an electrical stunning. It's ritually prohibited to electrocute them. The slaughter is done manually with a knife, and the bird needs to be fully conscious.
The priests are Muslims. They must be practicing Muslims, and the sacrifice of the chickens must be done in the direction of Mecca.
The priest can handle around 2,000 chickens an hour. For each one, he repeats the phrase, "In the name of God, God is great."
Islam is based on two very beautiful principles, rights and limitations. There are rights, but there are limits. You have the right to take a life, but only under some very special limits. And if it's not according to that, it's haram, not permissible for you. And likewise, the methodology for the slaughter must not just be to walk up and take a hammer and beat him in the head, which he just explained in his book. Instead, the methodology is the animal is laid on its side, then you feel for the certain point in the neck, the blade is kept out of sight, and it's razor sharp. And I've done many slaughters myself, and I know it's so sharp it can take your finger off and you wouldn't even know it. Then you place the blade by his neck and say Bismillah, and then you allow him to just lay there. He doesn't realize what's going on. He doesn't feel anything. He begins to just lose consciousness because he's not getting oxygen to the brain. He falls asleep, and that's all that happens. Now that's the method behind it. It has the least amount of poisons and adrenaline throughout the blood, and it's the easiest way for him to pass away. And then you're able to eat the meat because you have asked Allah to bless it by your saying Bismillah at the time, or the pronouncement at the time of the slaughter. Additionally, we should keep in mind that this is something from Allah.
Say Bismillah in the name of Allah.
It has to be chicken.
Okay.
You don't want to do that, no.